now have freedom. Ghana, land of freedom. Toils of the brave and the sweat of their labors. Toils of the brave which have brought results.
Hello and welcome to this editorial. Tonight we are going to do fidelity to data, but especially fidelity to the law. So we have before us here the Citizenship Act of the year 2000, Act 591. We have also the Registration of Birth and Death Act 1965, Act 301, and we do also have NRC decree, and I'll explain what that is in a minute. Passport and Travel Certificates Decree of 1967, NLCD Decree 15. They are all laws that govern our country. And if you look at Article 11 of the 1992 Constitution, the hierarchy of laws is listed as follows. First, the 1992 Constitution, as you can see, and next, the Acts of Parliament. So after the Constitution, the next most important laws are the Acts of Parliament. And the hierarchy of laws is listed in Article 11 so that Article 2 will be effectual, that any law found to be inconsistent with the Constitution is to the extent of the inconsistency null and void. Forget about all that. Let's get to the meat of the matter. Why are we doing this? Because the NDC had issued a writ against the Attorney General and the Electoral Commission based on the CI that was in Parliament. CI 126 went to Parliament to occasion a new voters register. In the CI that went to Parliament, the Electoral Commission excluded all other documents as basis for proof of citizenship except the passport, a valid Ghanaian passport, and also the national identification card. Now, this created some conversation in social media, and the National Democratic Congress, the biggest opposition party, decided to seek the interpretation of the law from the Supreme Court. The writ before the Supreme Court by the NDC was to say that, inviting the court to make a declaration that CI 126 was null and void and that it was limiting, etc., and also that the Ghanaian birth certificate should be part of the document that should be applied for the purpose of identifying one to become a register in the new voters register. The Supreme Court, by a 7-0 majority and unanimity, I should say, decided that CI 126 will stand and that it was correct within the context of the law. Last week, the Supreme Court gave the reasons for their ruling, their judgment, and they said that the birth certificate is not a valid document for proof of citizenship of Ghana. And guess what happened? All hell broke loose. Can you imagine that? All hell broke loose in Ghana on civil society, lawyers, journalists. Everyone on Thursday was attacking the Supreme Court. We are delighted to know that as we follow the story through to the weekend, by the time it got to Newsfile, Deputy Attorney General Godfrey Dame had brought some clarifications that actually saw some of the earlier protagonists doing a total U-turn. That was quite embarrassing for people who should know better as civil society experts, lawyers, to quickly jump on the bandwagon criticizing the Supreme Court. I even saw the word flawed used for the Supreme Court's ruling, that the Supreme Court said that birth certificates cannot be a valid document to prove citizenship, and someone said it was flawed. Now, tonight, we're going to do fidelity to the law. What does the law say? What does the Citizenship Act say? And what does the Act 301, the Registration of Birth and Death Act 1965, what does it say? And this is what we expect people to do. This is what we expect civil society to do. This is what we expect lawyers who are members of civil society to do. When the Supreme Court has given a ruling, it's important that we come and look at it, assess it on the basis of the law, and then we can criticize the Supreme Court, we can disagree with the Supreme Court, but the kinds of words that were used to describe the Supreme Court, especially the ruling that was given, is unprintable, is disgraceful, and we shouldn't do that to an important institution of state like the Supreme Court. Let's get to the business. Okay, so we begin with the registration of births and deaths. Now let's read it. It starts from section 7, the relevant portion. It is entitled the registration of births. Now by the time we finish this, All those people who made the comments, including those who made the U-turn on Saturday, and those who have not made the U-turn yet, you should be forgiven. But you should also apologize. Whether you apologize publicly or apologize in your heart, you should tell people that next time before you speak, you will look at the law. You don't just start writing on Facebook and Supreme Court has issued a ruling and then you just start writing the ruling is flawed. On what basis? You just talk, the ruling is flawed. We can't do that in this country. Respectfully, we can't build a country like that. When something has happened and you want to say something about it, show fidelity to the information. Very, very important. Show that we are in the information age. Show fidelity to the information. Don't just type and just talk out of emotion, dislike, hatred, whatever. We can't build a country like that. Please. Okay. So we took our time. We went to Assembly Press. If you live in Accra, Assembly Press is near the old Novotel Hotel. It is now called the Accra City Hotel. They have all of these things. It doesn't even cost much. It costs maybe 20 cedis. They have all the laws of Ghana. You can buy as a journalist. I mean, when we're in the newsroom, we used to have it. Here in the Metro newsroom, we have it. Newsrooms must have it. This is the entitled Registration of Birth and Deaths Act, 1965. Go and get it and read it. Open it and read it. Okay, let's get to the details now. Section 7, I'm going to put on the screen for you to see. So what does Section 7 say? For the purpose of this act, birth means live birth, which is the complete expulsion or extraction from its mother of a product of conception, irrespective of the duration of pregnancy, which after such separation breathes or shows an evidence of life, such as beating of the heart, pulsation of the umbilical cord, or definitive movement of voluntary muscles, whether or not the umbilical cord has been cut or the placenta is detached. Each product of such birth is considered live born. That's 7. Let's come to 8.1. The birth of every child in any district to which this act applies shall be registered by the registrar in the district in which the child was born. H2. Where a living born child is found deserted and no information as to the place of birth is available, the birth shall be registered by the registrar for the district in which the child is found. Section 8.3. It shall, subject to Section 2 of Section 36 of this Act, be the duty of the following persons, the father and the mother of the child. In case of the death or incapacity of the father and mother, the occupier of the premises in which the child is born, if he has knowledge of the birth, a person present at the birth, a person having charge of the child, to furnish the prescribed particulars for registration. Now, this is the purpose this is the registration of birth. So I think that we can get that clearly now. So that's registration of, that's in the Act. So when we register birth in Ghana, we register the physical event of a child being born by the grace of God. That's what we register. The law does not concern itself with the citizen of the child. So that certificate that is procured, produced, or given after the child is born is a certificate for statistical purposes and record, and also most likely to provide the age of the child, because on the birth certificate it will be said that Paul Adom-Otchere born on Wednesday, so and so year, blah blah blah. So you know the day he was born, you know the year he was born, you know where he was born, and sometimes you know the father. Yes, you know the father of the child. It's on the birth certificate. That's what the birth certificate is limited with the law to produce. So when you flag a birth certificate in Ghana, this is what it is. Now, we have to distinguish this with other situations. So in countries where being born in that country does not guarantee citizenship, it should be straightforward, very obvious to anyone that a birth certificate cannot be a document for citizenship. So let me do the contrast. So you're born in the United Kingdom, you're born in Germany, you're born in Ghana. When you're born in the United Kingdom today, it doesn't guarantee you UK citizenship because you're born there. The fact of being born there does not guarantee UK citizenship automatically. The birth certificate alone, the same in Ghana. Different in the United States. In the United States, when a child is born, that child, irrespective of who gave birth to the child, the parents can be Ghanaian, the parents can be Djibouti, the parents can be Angola, the parents can be British. Once a child is delivered in any hospital within the jurisdiction of the United States, the federal United States of America, that child is an American citizen. Therefore, an American birth certificate will speak to citizenship. I think this is very, very obvious to anyone. I hope you get me clearly, viewers. I mean, if you're born in America, you are a citizen. If you are born in Ghana, you are not. Now, how do you become a citizen of Ghana? What role does the birth in Ghana play in being a citizen in Ghana? That's the next question we're going to answer. We're going to answer it with the law. Let me take the question again. How then does, what is the meaning of citizenship by birth? That's very important. So we're now going to understand this. What is the meaning of citizenship by birth? What does it mean? How does being born in Ghana accrue to the child as a citizen of Ghana? How does it work? Let's go to the Act. And we're going to look at the Citizenship Act. Now, Citizenship Act 2000 at 591 is also an amendment to the 1992 Constitution. As you know, the Constitution didn't grant dual citizenship. Initially didn't, and then after a bit of clamor from our compatriots abroad who were sending us a lot of money and who had a lot of interest, and we believe that they do have a major stake in Ghana, the government decided that they will now allow dual citizenship. So we now have dual citizenship. So this act that I'm reading is an amendment of some of the clauses of the 1992 Constitution. Nevertheless, it is called the Citizenship Act 2000 Act 590. And remember the question that we are answering. The question we are answering is, how does birth in Ghana contribute to citizenship? If the Supreme Court says that a birth certificate is not a citizenship document, what then is it? What does it do? And some people ask the fallacious question of, why do you present it for a passport? We'll answer that question tonight. But let's take this question first. Supreme Court says birth certificate is not citizenship. What then is it? Now, you have to understand that there are various definitions of periods in our history, political history, that the birth certificate means sometimes different things. Almost always they mean the same thing, but sometimes slightly different. We'll show you everything. Now, that has occurred because we have had to be changing our constitutions. So during the First Republic, our constitution said birth certificate is something. It shows how it accrues to citizenship. After that, that constitution was overthrown. Another constitution came and it also said something. Not completely different, but few variations. Then another constitution came and it said something. And then the 1992 constitution came. We're going to run you through all that. And you'll see that through all the constitutions, the birth certificate standing by itself has never been, as part of Ghana's history, it has never been a proof of citizenship. How people didn't know this? Important people that you expect to know these things. How they didn't know this and they jumped on Facebook and was calling the Supreme Court's ruling flawed? Only God knows. Okay, let's deal with it now. We begin with Section 3. Okay, so Section 3 is talking about persons born before 6th March 1957. That's persons born before Ghana's independence. It says a person born before 6th March 1957 is a citizen of Ghana by birth if. That's very important. So you are born before 1957. You are a citizen of Ghana by birth, not just because you are born in Ghana. A, he was born in Ghana. First qualification, first criteria. And at least one of his parents or grandparents was born in Ghana. So that you are born in Ghana is not alone enough to make you citizen, even as far back as before independence. You have to be born in Ghana. Your parents must be born in Ghana, or grandparents was born in Ghana. If he was born outside Ghana and one of his parents was born in Ghana, that person also qualifies. Let's move on. Number 4. Section 4, I should say. Persons born or after the independence, between 57 and 69. This is when the Independence Constitution was the Constitution of Ghana. A person born or after 6th March 1957 and born 22nd August 69, a person born on or after 6th March 1957 and before 22nd August 1969 is a citizen of Ghana by birth if he was born in or outside Ghana and either parents and also one of at least his grandparents or great-grandparents was born in Ghana. That's even more complicated. It says this after independence. If a person was born in or outside, irrespective of where you were born, one of your parents, and also, in addition to your parents, also at least one grandparent or one great-grandparent must be born in Ghana. So your birth certificate that I was born in Ghana alone does not speak to citizenship. I think we should get that very clear. Just a birth certificate, it doesn't speak to citizenship. Birth certificate plus who born you, who was he, where was he born, it's all combined to give you the Ghanaian citizenship. That's the point the Supreme Court was making. Now let's look at B. In the case of a person born in Ghana, neither of whose parents was born in Ghana, at least one of his grandparents was born in Ghana. So yes, if your parents were not born in Ghana, your grandparents born in Ghana, that qualifies you. Now look at this important one, very, very important, under the First Republican Constitution. It's Section 4, Clause 2. I read, a person is not a citizen of Ghana for the purpose of subsection 1 of this section if at the time of his birth, the parent, grandparent, or great-grandparent through whom the citizenship is claimed has lost his citizenship of Ghana. Very, very interesting. So that you may be born in Ghana under Clause 2, you will have a birth certificate, but you will not be a citizen of Ghana, because the law says here during the independence time that your citizenship is claimed through parents and grandparents. So your birth certificate in Clause 2 will not make you a citizen of Ghana. I think this point should emphasize the point. Okay, let's move on quickly. We don't have much time. Okay. A person born or after 1957 and before 22nd August 69 is a citizen of Ghana by birth. If so, as you watch me, viewer, wherever you were born, you know how your citizenship is claimed. So if you were born 69, this is your own. We are coming to the later ones. We'll read all of it so that it will cover everyone. Okay. He was born in Ghana, and at the time of his birth, either parents was a citizen of Ghana by registration. I'm reading 3A, that he was born in Ghana, and at the time of his birth, either of his parents was a citizen of Ghana by registration or naturalization. Or he was born outside Ghana, and at the time of his birth, both of his parents were citizens of Ghana by registration or naturalization. Okay, we jump now from, we come to 1969 Constitution. That's 5. A person, so if that is when you were born, 69, then listen, this is how you become citizen of Ghana. A person is a citizen of Ghana by birth if he was born in or outside Ghana, on or after 22nd August 69 and before 24 September 1979. And at the date of his birth, either of his parents was a citizen of Ghana. So the thing is always about parenting. Let's jump to 79 quickly. 6 now. A person born on or after 24 September 79 and before 7 January 1993 is a citizen of Ghana by birth if he was born in Ghana and at the date of his birth, either of his parents or one grandparent was a citizen of Ghana. So you see, the thing has changed from your parents being born in Ghana, simpliciter, to now saying that your parents must be citizens of Ghana. So from the independence period, you see it says parents born in Ghana. Now it's saying something else, that your parents must be citizens of Ghana, either by naturalization or by being citizen. So that's what it says. That you see that in 6A and B. Now let's look at 7, the most current one. So because this is talking about 1992 Constitution. Persons born on or after 1993. A person is a citizen of Ghana by birth if he was born on 7 January 1993 or born after that date in or outside Ghana, and at the date of his birth, either of his parents or one grandparent was a citizen of Ghana. So you get it. So you can go and read it. From 3 to 7, it discusses all the citizenship situation in Ghana. So now we can understand it. Do we now hear it clearly? So a birth certificate on its own cannot be a citizenship document. Your parents must be citizens of Ghana. Now, the birth certificate has the father's name. It doesn't say anything about the father being citizen of Ghana. People ask the ridiculous question that if birth certificate is not a citizenship document, why is it required for the passport? I think that's the most ridiculous question anybody can ask. Because if you have ever had a passport, and I'm sure that some of these people who ask these questions, they've always had passports. If you take the passport form, it requires a birth certificate. Yes, what is the birth certificate for? The birth certificate is to show most likely your age and to show the statistical information about how many people have been born in Ghana. The passport form will ask you of your grandparents and parents. Have you noticed that the passport form will ask you your father's name, mother's name, your father's hometown, and your mother's hometown? Therein lies the evaluation of citizenship. Can we hear that again? The question that the passport form asks of you, your father's name, mother's name, grandparents' name, and their hometown, therein lies the assessment of citizenship. Citizenship is not in the birth certificate. So the fact that the passport requires that you bring a birth certificate is neither here nor there. And it's surprising that people should know better. We're asking that ridiculous question that, okay, if you have a passport and you bring a birth certificate, if you want a passport, they ask you to bring a birth certificate. The passport will confirm citizenship upon you. Why is it that they ask for birth certificate if the birth certificate is not a document for citizenship? Is the birth certificate the only thing they ask? I mean, why do we do this to ourselves in this country? Sometimes when we hear these things, we get worried. Why do we do these things to ourselves? On the basis of such fallacy, people begin to heap unprintable words on one of the most important institutions of state, the Constitutional Supreme Court. Do you really have to do that? I'm delighted that I saw some U-turns coming up. But all of you who did that, who heaped all of these unprintable words on the Supreme Court without doing fidelity to the law, without checking the law and checking what the law says, and he just jumped on the Supreme Court and said this and that. That's not fair. You should be saying sorry. That's not fair at all. You should be embarrassed by now. Why do you do that? And people are going to read it because you are civil society. People respect you. People are going to read it. And you go and talk about citizenship without looking at the Citizenship Act. You haven't looked at it. You have not read it. You don't know where it is. You don't know where it can be found. Because you have a computer, you have a phone, Supreme Court issues a ruling. Birth certificate is not a citizenship document. Oh, then you go on your computer. This ruling is flawed. Why would Supreme Court say that? Okay, why do they say we should bring birth certificate for passport? Really? You can't ask that. Why? This shouldn't happen. This is Ghana. We are a serious country. We are a few months to election. We have leaders in this country. Civil society, you are all part of our leadership. Stop this kind of behavior. When you have to say something, make sure you have done the research. Professor Kotey, we beg you, forgive us. We are still your children. All those people that you thought, we are still your children. Forgive us for what we have done. We will not do it again. I am not saying that the Supreme Court cannot be criticized. I'm not saying that the Supreme Court cannot be challenged. In fact, sometimes even the Supreme Court judges themselves, they don't agree with each other. They bring rulings which is 6-1, 5-2, 4-3, 5-3. We have seen that all the time. So yes, the Supreme Court can be challenged, but in decent language, and can be challenged on the basis of the law. They cannot be challenged out of somebody's whims and caprices, sitting in his office somewhere, it's on computer, and then he just starts writing and says the Supreme Court is flawed, the Supreme Court ruling is flawed. Supreme Court ruling is flawed. Where did you hear that? Have you checked the Citizenship Act to be able to say that whatever the court said is contrary to the act? You should be saying that. But you don't just come and just take your computer and just type something in and say the ruling is flawed and ask that, so what do we need birth certificate for? And somebody actually said that take your birth certificate and burn it. Really? Somebody said that. I don't know whether you saw it. Somebody actually said. Somebody also said that let's go and burn down the birth and death registration. The people who give us the data, the statistics for the birth and death, let's go and burn them down. Somebody said that. That take your birth certificate and burn it. The Supreme Court says it's not necessary. How can you say these things? How can you say that? Anyway, I believe in the institutions of states. We believe we should build institutions of state. Barack Obama said we should build strong institutions and not strong men. I believe in the learned Chief Justice, His Lordship, Mr. Justice Anin Yeboah, that he has practiced law so long and he is on the bench to do his best for Ghana.
I, Anin Yeboah, holding the office of Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana.
Holding the office of Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will not directly or indirectly.
That I will not directly or indirectly.
Communicate or reveal to any person.
Communicate or reveal to any person.
Any matter which shall be brought under my consideration.
Any matter which shall be brought under my consideration.
Or shall come to my knowledge.
Or shall come to my knowledge.
In the discharge of my official duties.
In the discharge of my official duties.
Except as may be required.
Except as may be required.
For the discharge of my official duties.
For the discharge of my official duties.
Or as may be specially permitted by law.
Or as may be specially permitted by law.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And I mentioned Professor Kotey's name because he was the one who wrote the judgment. And I say again that Professor Kotey, forgive us, forgive all your children. We'll not do that again. If you didn't teach us anything at all, we remember that you taught us the word concomitant. That was your favorite word, and we still remember it. This has been presented in defense of the Supreme Court.